you've got the number one fighter in the world versus arguably the number two fighter in the world. Hey, what are you guys laughing for?
You didn't even say that with a straight face, man. Come on.
Damn, bro.
I said arguably. I'm sure Dillian Whyte would argue that he's the second best fighter in the world.
Oh,
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yes, people, another edition of Knightz and Roundtable Discussions where we discuss all sports all the time. Got the man them here, the Truth, ST, and Tooth is in the background, people. He will appear very, very shortly. How are you doing, gentlemen?
all good, man. All good, man. What a fight. Well, not really what a fight, but we'll get into it, I guess.
Listen, people, I told you yesterday, has he frozen? Yeah, he has.
There he is.
Oh,
Yeah, there
That was my fault.
I was like, hold on. I was like, why is this guy's face expression still the same?
I was switching my thingy. Yeah.
But people, I said it yesterday. If you don't know, head over to the Mythical Podcast came back. It's out now. Make sure you go and view it. NBA Talk. It was epic with the Truth and Mr. KA, and we're back again. I told you we're back. Boxing Talk is here. We're going to be talking about Khan versus Brook, and we're going to have a little side note and talk about the contract that's just been signed between the Truth's boy Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury. So we're going to be delving into that, but people, as usual, before we start, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And the likes up, subscriptions up, all that good stuff. Share. As I say all the time, we are here. And don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. Before I start about Khan and Brook, I need to talk about the co-main event that happened on Saturday between Phil Foden's mum and the man them.
Hey.
Listen, Phil Foden's mom can take. Listen, she's on smoke. She took a bang. She walked the guy down. You know, got off the ring effectively. Listen, she was going in.
She was going on like Golovkin, fam, just barely walking down.
She took the bang and said, no. She took the bang and looked at him.
Listen,
Fam, she came out like Butterbean in a wig, blood. She came out like Butterbean in a wig, fam.
Hey, that's Phil Foden's mummy, fam. Let's not.
We're giving her ratings. She was on smoke.
She was on smoke, bruv. She was like, what? Yeah. What did you say about my son? She was on it, bruv.
Bruv. Butterbean was the greatest 4-round fighter of all time, blood. What are you talking about, fam? Trust, bruv. She came out on some Butterbean vibes, blood.
It was mad.
Oh, mate.
But look, at the end of the day, we discussed it. I'm like, if that's my mum and she's trying to deal with business, say I'm forgetting that I'm a footballer, forgetting that I'm a role model,
exactly.
And I'm
you have to swing.
Yeah. Listen, man's got. He's either going hospital or he's going grave. One out of the two of them, bruv. Like either or, it's gonna happen because you can't be trying to bad up my mum like that and think you're getting away with it. Like maybe Foden had his goons outside waiting for after the fight or something. Maybe that's what happened and they got kidnapped, bruv, on some Al Qaeda thing. Like we don't know. But if man actually just let his mum, because apparently he came out like after, them ones there, yeah, where they're like, let me at him.
I know, I heard that.
Like, I think he was on one of them vibes. Like, bro, listen, you got listen. Could you imagine, bruv? Could you imagine ST and Harsden, bruv? You're just out with your bum and then they just listen.
Are you mad?
It's not long, like real talk. Like, but Phil Foden doesn't look like he's about that life anyway.
But it's not even about being about that life.
Exactly,
Though.
it's not even about that life. That's your mum, man.
That like at the end of the day, it's not even. You need to hold the bang as well, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not even about it, bro, you still protect your mum, innit? You just hold the beating. You'll probably get more respect for holding the beating, bro. Like, you know, in the first part where Ice Cube was fighting Eagle, bro. You'll probably just like get ratings for holding the beating, innit?
Yeah, hold the beating.
But man didn't even do that. Man said, I can't see, I don't know, I don't even know who that woman is. She's an imposter. I'm not involved, bro.
Hey, that's how you know this guy grew up for silver spoon, man. His mum been taking care of him from day. And you know he's one of them youths here that mum used to go down to the school when he was getting bullied and that.
Yeah. Talking to the teacher and stuff like that.
Listen,
she'll scuff the kid as well, bro.
I'm hearing that's Amir Khan's next fight, bro. And I think he might lose it as well, to be honest.
Might.
Oh shit.
She's got the reach, she's got the weight advantage, she's got the height advantage. Listen.
But listen, in all seriousness though, like people need to stop trying to violate people like that, in it. Like at the end of the day, man's earned his living playing football. Like leave us people them alone, in it. What's the point? People need to stop antagonizing people with money. At the end of the day, the youth was just there. He went in his box. His parents were in his box. If you worked hard enough, you'd get there. So just allow the people them. But Phil Foden, as for you, bro, I don't think you're gonna live this one down still. The streets are talking, and everyone's gonna be thinking you're soft now, bro.
Man's gonna go on the pitch.
Man's gonna start patting down pockets in that.
Next time. Hey, it's a bit peak for him, not gonna lie.
He's gonna go on the pitch, yeah, and he'll start trouble there. What? Your mum's not here, you know, bro. Your mum's not here. All this stuff.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Footballers are deep, you know. They'll run that banter as well, you know.
They would. But yeah. Anyway, people, that was just a side note. We're gonna get on to the main slander, right? That is Khan versus Brook. Took place Saturday night. Yes, went late, but you know how it is, right? It's 6-round TKO victory for Brook. He dealt with the poppadom chin, right? And he did his thing, bruv. Listen, when I tell you, yeah, like, look, we've all been waiting for this. What is it, 10 years? Truth, was it 10 years?
Bam. You know what? No, I'll tell you that because I was a fan of Amir when he first came. I liked his style, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, this guy cheated the game for me, man. He's cheated the game of boxing, living the life of a lie. You know, I know Tooth is gonna have something to say, but he's been living the life of a lie. I don't care about how much money he's made. That's not my concern. His money is his money. I'm talking about just the sport of boxing, you know, and he's cheated the game. I don't want him to be an inspiration for other young boxers that you could cheat the game and get rich, because it's not the kind of profile of boxer I want in the game. And you know, I'm glad it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming.
Listen, absolutely a long time coming. This youth has been chatting off his mouth for years. Kell Brook's not on my level. Kell Brook couldn't lace up my boots. I schooled Kell Brook. I'm chasing Floyd. I'm chasing Manny. I'm chasing Bial. Like, this guy was literally coming up with every excuse in the world not to fight Kell Brook, bro. Then he tried to go down the Floyd route of waiting until he gets a little bit older and then try and catch him. It didn't work, bro. Man got worked. Man became a human punching bag for 6 rounds, bro. Like literally, man got caught, yeah, with a left straight and his legs were finished, bro. Man was breakdancing.
But let's talk early when he got rocked by a jab.
He got rocked
by that's it, bro. The first round, it was a straight left, bro. It's a jab, bro. Man's legs were finished, bro. Like, you know, man ain't got legs as it is. Man moving like Inspector Gadget, bro. Like, you know, he got legs as it is, bro.
Hey, for a young guy that don't know about Inspector Gadget, go watch Inspector Gadget, bro.
You know, like that, bro. Like this, like. Imagine.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like you know when you have your older brother who's way older than you, yeah. and you have the little brothers trying to beat him, but you say, nah, the big cousin trying to fight the little cousin. He was just banging him up. It wasn't even book.
It wasn't boxing. It was, bruv, it was abuse. It was abuse because, like, and I didn't feel sorry for him. No, I didn't. He deserved his beating. But let's go back to the start. He got rocked by a jab, right? Let's break it down. Get a little bit technical with it. He got rocked by a jab in the first round, and then kind of got saved by the bell.
No, but before that, let's say for 2 minutes, it was just a feeling out. He was doing it in and out boxing, which, you know.
Did you see
he's got no footwork.
On the hold on, did you see when the bell rang and man galloped out like a horse?
Hey, this is a joke here. Go back and look at Amir Khan's first fight and look at Amir Khan's second fight. There isn't any shred of difference. And this is what I mean by cheating the game. Like, you've been in boxing this long. You've got no footwork. You've got no strategy. You've got no defense. You've got nothing. And he came out in the same way. And you know what? When I saw him coming out and him just being the exact same boxer, I said it's going to be a long night for him.
And this is go on.
No, I was gonna say, like, you could see that even I was watching their what's called behind the ropes, and you know their trainer Bomac was telling Khan, keep your right hand up. I was like, when I saw that and heard that, and I was like, he's going to lose. He's going, Bomac, he was going to lose. Because, and I'll tell you why as well, with Amir Khan is a very reactive fighter. So he's one of them guys, if you hit, he wants to throw 3 or 4 back without actually thinking. He doesn't think about the shots that he throws. And that's always going to be causing a problem. Whereas Kell is actually technically the better boxer. Mm-hmm. He actually has the better footwork. He actually has the better jab. But the reason why it hasn't been shown is because Kell's not the name. And with Kell's not really talker or anything like that.
He shouldn't be a talker.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ask Tooth.
Hey, Tooth has to translate Kell Brook for me, you know, because
my bad. You know
that
one.
I can't understand,
people, if you want to see the best impression of Kell Brook, just watch expressions, bro. Like, he's got it down to it. Like that, bro. When I sent you lot the behind the ropes, bro, I added Tooth for a reason, because I knew Tooth would hate it more than anyone else.
Oh man.
But yeah, man, Amir Khan, he's been on the slippery slope for a long time.
Yeah, but back to that first round, as Fing was saying. Mm-hmm. I said it started off normal, and then you know what? I was thinking to myself in that first round, Amir's got nothing for Kell Brook to be scared of, and Kell Brook was not scared. He was just walking him down, being patient. He said, "You know what? You're not gonna hurt me. You can't hurt me. You're not Manny Pacquiao. You can't do that. Come back. You know, No, he's not got none of that." And when he first caught him and his leg buckled, I said,
"I thought it was over."
I
thought it was over.
I honestly think Kell Brook actually stepped back, because he said, like, no, I want to punish him, because he could have. I thought he could have finished him off in that first round. There's more than enough time.
Yeah.
Nah, 100. And then, so you got through the first round. Second round, there wasn't really anything in it. I think it's the only round that they gave to Khan, to be honest.
Yeah.
And that's because nothing happened. And then after that, it was just an onslaught. It was literally just an onslaught. Man was getting peppered. Like, listen, I know people talk about Khan and the devastating knockouts that he's taken. Obviously, Canelo. Obviously, he quit against Crawford. The Bradis Prescott, when man thumped him one way and he fell the other. Danny Garcia, right? And those were like awful knockouts that could end careers that he's taken, yeah. But I think this was worse. Because man was literally getting punched up and there was nothing he could do about it. And you could see his soul left his body. Like, he didn't want to be there. He was elsewhere. I think he had an out-of-body experience at one point where he was watching himself getting punched up by Kell Brook, right? Because in that 6th round, Man did nothing, bruv.
Yeah,
He
he didn't
literally
throw.
stood there and was just getting punched up.
Ah,
And
I want to ask two for question. I want to ask two for question actually, from a technical point of view. And this is going to be one of the many criticisms we're going to have of Khan. Can you tell me why after, like, how long has he been in the game now? He's 35, he came at what, 18, 19?
17.
yeah, so over 15
Yeah,
years.
he was 17, yeah.
Yeah.
So after 15 years, why, when you get caught, why is this guy not clinching? Why is he just putting his hands up and going back to work?
To be fair, the hands up thing, yeah, came after. Remember when he used to get hit? He just was swinging arms. He was swinging arms before. So the hands up is an improvement. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, don't lie, he's improved. He's at least trying to put his hands up. But why is he not clenching? Why is he not holding on for dear life?
Yeah, I can't answer that question, man. I was thinking the exact same thing when he got hurt. When he got hurt, rule number one is just grab him, bruv. Just fucking grab him.
Man, it's just, and the thing that it's not like he's going back on the ropes and he's, getting in a proper turtle shell. Man is just putting his hands up in the middle of nowhere. He can't see where the punches are coming from. I can't explain it.
Yeah, he's a terrible boxer, bro. I mean, from day one. Listen, man. Like, look, I said this on the group, bro, and this may have gone over a lot of people's heads, but with the talent he had, or the lack of talent, he got as far as he could have.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Do you know what I mean? That may have gone over a lot of people's heads, but he got as far as he could have, bruv. And the people that you named that he got knocked out to, there's no shame in getting knocked. All right, so the Breedis Prescott fight. You might need to listen. You might need to correct me if I'm wrong on this. But Breedis looked like 3 times bigger than Amir Khan, so I'm sure there was a weight discrepancy there. Right?
No, in fairness, Khan was very light, like he wasn't in his correct weight class, but he was bigger and the weight class below. But he was new. I think it was one.
So if it was lightweight,
130 or 135.
I think it was 130.
Because he started off at 130.
Oh, so 135 then.
Yeah.
And secondly, if I'm not mistaken, again, that was like for his first title shot, or it may have been for a title or something like that. And he was super young, bruv.
Yeah.
Super young. Like, he wasn't in his Danny Garcia stage of his career. Do you know what I mean? This was like early Amir Khan. And then third thing was, again, don't take this as gospel. You man might need to go and fact check this, but that was during the month of Ramadan, and I think he was fasting for that fight as well, which was a big thing in the news back then. Like, why is he fasting before the fight, blah, blah, blah. So the Breedis Prescott fight, if all those things are true, he could get a pass for that. Danny Garcia was knocking motherfuckers out at that stage in his career. Canelo's been knocking motherfuckers out throughout his whole career. All right? Terence Crawford, come on, bruv. The best.
Oh, yeah, he's the best. You know what I take heat? You know where I take... I get what you're saying, Tiff. You know what I have issue with? The Danny Garcia fight. Because Khan was chatting the most, because obviously he was chasing Floyd. And Danny Garcia wasn't better than him. It's just the fact that
he caught him.
Amir Khan his chin's made of glass, bro.
Yeah,
that's all it was. Because if he would have fought that fight smart, he would have beat him, because he was winning the fight.
He was easy.
He was winning the fight easily against Danny Garcia. Because I remember I was vexed that he was winning the fight, and then all of a sudden,
me personally, I don't. So when you got people that know they're facing Amir Khan and his chin, I never regard Amir Khan as winning the fight, because these guys are going out there for strategy, where it's like they want Khan to do what he's doing. They want Khan to win the fight.
Garcia wasn't strategy. Canelo and Crawford.
His dad told him the strategy before the fight. Do you remember? His dad was chatting the most amount of things. He said, "Look, all we're gonna do is wait for the one moment." And Garcia wasn't throwing. Do you not remember the fight? Early rounds.
Garcia
was swinging.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just trying to get the timing. Because he said in my head, as soon as I catch him on the button, he is gone. And guess what? He caught him on the edge of the button and he still went. Because he caught him on his neck, I remember. I caught him on his neck and he was gone, like he was finished. Man was doing the moonwalk back to his
I remember because I celebrated like United won the Champions League, bruv. Because I was like that. I thought at that moment Queen Khan was finished, bruv. I'm not gonna lie.
The thing, I didn't mind him winning because that's about time when I hated Garcia's dad. So I was just like,
nah, I couldn't, bruv. Anyone that fought him, I couldn't support Amir Khan, bruv. But and look, we're gonna talk more about Khan, but let's talk Brook, right? Because obviously people will say that it was said before he was obsessed with Amir Khan's career. There was jealousy there. That people say he wasted his. Yeah.
No, sorry, brother. I was just trying to say, like I want to take this one. I would like to talk about Kell.
Okay. Yeah. He's wasted part of his career chasing Amir Khan and whatnot, blah 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 blah. But when you look at everything that's gone past, and I said it to you lot in the group, as much as that there is truth to that, he still did the one thing that Amir Khan couldn't do. Amir Khan was obsessed with winning a world title at welterweight. He was obsessed with it. And Kell Brook was the one that did it, because I remember the interview. That's where the name Queen Khan came from. Because when Kell did the interview after, Amir Khan was in the studio. And you could see he was seething because Brook, it's the one thing that Brook achieved that Khan couldn't. So when everyone's saying, oh, he's wasted his career, he's wasted his talent, he's wasted his time chasing Amir Khan, this for him was redemption. And now he can be recognized for his achievements, as well as putting that Amir Khan debate to bed. Tooth, go on.
Bro, Kell has always been by far the more superior fighter, without question. I think we can all agree on that. Yeah. Unfortunately, his career was so badly mismanaged, bro.
I agree.
And like terribly, and we can all agree on that, bro. Yeah.
I have a counter, but go
on. And as much as like I'd like to give credit to Amir for what he done, I'm gonna give Kell the same amount of respect and credit, bro. It's unfortunate the way his career panned out. Do you know what I mean? Because like you said, he was meant to fight Khan, but then Khan, to do him one better, went up to fight, Canelo? Because Canelo wouldn't fight Triple G. Yeah. Then they brought in Chris Eubank to fight Triple G. Yeah. And then he dropped out. So Kell Brook was like, all right, cool. I'm going to fight the guy that Canelo's avoiding, and this will one up Amir. Do you know what I mean? All this there was all these fucking mind games going on. With Kell, his title run at welterweight was very short-lived, and he was almost like a paper champion, despite beating one of the top guys in the division. That was sort of overlooked and overshadowed by the loss to Golovkin. And certainly took a lot out of him as a fighter for losing his fucking eye socket, bro.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Let alone trying to go up 2 weight classes and then drop the fuck back down to fight arguably the best again, which is Errol Spence.
Crazy.
This is fucking crazy, bro. And the reason I'm emphasizing that is because the attrition that it took on his body, and then to come out of the Errol fight to lose the other eye socket as well, blood. After putting up a fucking good fight as well. So it's a shame that it panned out the way he did, but this may be like the fucking the silver lining to all of this, like the win against Amir, and it was much deserved, bro. He gave him a fucking dog walk.
No, 100. The reason why I had a counter, and I think people tend to forget this, after Brook won the welterweight title against Porter, remember he had the stabbing incident that happened to him, And he was out, and that had a massive impact on what happened to him, because I think he was out for like between a year and 2 years. That took away from his career, and I think he never really recovered from that. And I think that played a massive part in what happened to him, because he was talking about fighting all sorts of people. I think he was even talking about maybe like on the off chance getting a fight with Mayweather or something like that after beating Porter.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that stabbing incident happened.
He fought that Romanian dude, didn't it, in his comeback, and there was no hype.
Was it Jojo Dan? Was it Jojo
Jojo
Dan?
Dan, bro?
Was it Jojo Dan?
Yeah. And bro, you triggered my memory, because that was something I wanted to say as well. The fact that he was so unfortunate, his comeback was slept on. Like, no one even knew he came back. Do you know what I mean? Everyone heard about the stabbing, and he just sort of like faded off into the distance. Like, it's just, do you know what I mean? You would have expected more hype for his comeback. Like, you know, he's undefeated. He just beat Sean Porter. Sean Porter's gone off and done great things. He got stabbed. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is fucking comeback fight. Like, it should have been much more commotion about it, but it was just sort of slept on. So
100. No, 100. I agree with you 100%. Truth. Obviously, Brooks won. Does he retire, or there's talk? I think it's stupid, to be honest, but there's talk of Eubank Jr. and this bad blood that I never heard of until now, between them two. Do you think this is it? Kell goes out on the high, beating the guy that you hated for so long, or does he still have, or were you impressed by the way he got down to his weight, the way he looked, and the way that he performed, that he could still have a couple more fights?
Nah, for me, Kell, literally everything that Tooth said in terms of his career, in terms of being mismanaged, I think he takes this fight as his, as his last fight, walk off into the sunset, because I know Tooth disagrees with this, but I think in the welterweight division, let's say if that Golovkin fight didn't happen, it would be Bud and in a group of fighters where I put Kell Brook in. I think he's up there with your Errol Spence. He's up there with I think he's above even Porter, Garcia, Furman, those man there. I think he can be in the group with Errol Spence, because, as you said, this guy went up, fought Golovkin, put on some ridiculous weight, muscle mass, had to come back down and fought Errol Spence in 11 rounds, fractured his eye socket in round 6 or 7, and still carried on for another 4 rounds with a fractured eye socket. Like, his skull was already compromised from the Golovkin fight. Don't underestimate what it's like being 2 weights. I know people might not understand this, but when you're 2 weights lighter than somebody, and you're gonna face, at the time where everyone thought was the boogeyman, and let's be real, Golovkin's got heavy hands. He's not even a knockout person where he knocks people out, spark out. He's even more dangerous because his hands are heavy, and he's just punishing your bones.
Like punching through walls, bro.
Yeah, and he took that on his skull, and that's serious stuff. And then he went to go find another person that's heavy-handed in Errol. And as you said, for half of that fight, he was doing really well. But then the fractured eye socket, the fact that the weight drain was really affecting him. He hadn't fought in that weight class for a long time. It really, really destroyed his body, those 2 fights. And for me, let that be the end of it, Kell. You wasted your career. You got vindicated in your fight against Amir, because he's the one that, for me, ended Kell Brook's welterweight career. Let him ride off into the sunset, man. Let him finish on that. I don't want to hear no more. Don't want to hear Kell Brook ever again.
You probably will, but I agree with you. I think it's time for him to say, you know what, let's preserve what little eyesight he has left, and move on, bruv. Look after. He's got 3 kids. Like, look after your kids, man. Your kids need you there. So 100. I agree with you. ST, in terms of Queen Khan, right? He said that the love isn't there anymore. He said that the passion isn't there anymore. There's talk of him fighting Jake Paul, even though I know he doesn't want that fight, right? But in all seriousness, for Queen Khan, is it time? I think he is. I think he's more likely to hang up the gloves now. But for you, how do you look back on his career in all seriousness?
Okay, so I'm gonna give.
No, he's not giving anything because he's just frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, bro.
One thing about Amir Khan is that he has wanted to fight the best. He has fought a lot of the best people.
Yeah.
He's never shied away, to be honest, barring Kell, Brook. He's always stepped in the ring and wanted to challenge the best. And even when, one thing about Amir Khan, you have to give it to him, even when that guy gets hurt, he still wants to fight on. It is a bit foolishness, but you can tell at least, Amir Khan has heart. He's always been quite entertaining. I have to give him that. He is quite funny. And he did at a time had some fast hands. The Melanaji win was a good win. The Maidana, he did very well to actually, because Maidana hurt him really bad. For him to actually stay up was really good. You have to give him credit.
Devin Alexander was a good fight as well.
Devin Alexander, he did very well against Zab Judah.
Zab Judah was 65 years old.
Yeah, I know, but still, I actually thought Khan would lose that fight. Collazo, he did very well against. So there have been some decent performances from Khan, and he's entertained us. I think it is time for him to have.
That's freezing up. Dude, I
think what ST was trying to say is that Khan's fought a lot of good people, and that it's time for Queen Khan to hang up the gloves. I think that's what you were trying to say before you froze.
Oh, did I freeze?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought I was still talking. Okay, my bad.
But yeah, now 100. Talk about your boy. Eulogize about your boy before we move on. Queen Khan obviously won titles at lightweight. Entertained us, as ST said. Had some good wins. Had some awful losses. Where do you rank Queen Khan amongst British fighters?
Well, first off, man, ST summed it up beautifully. Like, I couldn't agree more, bruv. And like I said earlier, man, like with the talent that he had or the lack of, he went as far, maybe even surpassed expectations, bruv. Because now he's a celebrity, do you know what I mean? He's a philanthropist. He's done well for himself, really well, off of boxing. He's catapulted himself into stardom, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Where he doesn't need to rely on boxing. And as we know, we were mentioning this about Kell Brook. Funny enough, he may need to continue fighting, bruv, because he was so mismanaged. And we know in this sport, the income that you get is not across a lifetime. It's a very small period of your life. Do you know what I mean? Like you're retiring by the age of like 40. Do you know what I mean? So he's done well for himself in that sense. Yeah, all the best, man. Like he provided us with a lot of entertainment. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Do you know what I mean? His character before fights was like he was polarizing. Do you know what I mean? You either hated him or you just wanted to fucking kill him. That's how annoying. You know what I mean? Like, do you get what I mean, bro? But at the same time, man, like hats off to him, bro. Like there was a time, bro, when we were all young and that dude came back with a silver medal, bro. Yeah.
Nah, I didn't. So don't even include me.
Listen, bruv, yeah. He came back with a silver medal, yeah. And it may have been for a brief moment, bruv, yeah. But all us brown and black kids felt white for a second, bruv. I can't fuck with, like, listen, it's facts, bruv. He did that, bruv. He fucking did that, bruv. He made us feel like, yeah, bruv, like we can fucking go off into the Olympics and Do you know what I mean? Like, it was nice to see that, bro. It was nice to see that, bro. So that's how I'm gonna remember him, bro. But still, he got fucked up by that Cuban dude, though, bro. That was my boy too. Still.
Oh, Kinderland. Yeah, Kinderland.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, Kinderland dealt with him.
You remember they done the rematch on ITV, bro?
Yeah.
And he still got fucked up, but they gave him they gave him the
I
win.
know. Yeah, Kinderland messed him up, and he still gave it to him. I couldn't believe it.
Nonsense. Truth for you, yeah. Obviously, I know you're the other flip of the coin. You're not happy with the way how Khan's career went. Just sum up what you believe about Queen Khan and how his career went. Give it the other side of the story.
Bruv, the word fraud gets thrown around a lot, but there's no bigger fraud than this guy. Like, I am glad his career's finished. You guys mentioned all the fights that he had against people that were average or past it. Like, I don't care about any of that, man.
What? Canelo is average.
No, I'm saying the fact that he
won, the ones that he won.
Like the Devin Alexander. Did he rematch Peterson?
Devin Alexander was a good fighter. He was a good fighter. He was
Alexander
a good fighter.
Finished, man. He was finished.
Yeah, he was a good. Alexander was a good fighter.
Finished at that time, man. This guy.
No,
after that,
wasn't.
After that time. Wait, what weight was he? What weight was he back then?
147.
And what did he do? I don't even know if he had a title fight. Did he have a title fight?
Yeah,
Devin Alexander.
I know before that he did, but after that he did what? After that?
No.
Yeah, I'm saying after the Khan fight, like Alexander was the way down. This guy was another bro. This guy was Broner. That was the first bro. Was the first Broner for me, man.
I wouldn't go that far, man.
Peterson. Obviously, we know about the drugs. I forgot
about Lamont Peterson, bro. That great victory.
Nah. That was drug fueled. Man came in there flipping, looking like Captain America.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, that was a bit.
I forgot about Lamont. Hey, remember the judge, the scorecard.
It was terrible. Listen, Amir Khan won that fight. I'll be real.
Right. Peterson won that fight hands down.
You don't believe that?
Zab Judah.
Zab Judah was 65.
I'm sorry, no. My Dana got robbed. I thought my Dana won that fight.
He didn't.
Do you not remember the ref saving Khan? Literally diving himself in his body when my Dana was about to finish him.
Listen, Khan won so many rounds plus the knockdowns as well, man. You have to give. Yeah, I'll be honest.
Maidana was going to end him, and then the referee fully threw his body like he was flipping Foden's mum in between the fight. Like, come on, man. Who else? Who else did he beat? I'm trying to think. Who else did he beat?
Manalaji.
Paolo, hey, that's my guy.
Manalaji's my guy, bro. Like, he's one of the few guys that talk sense about boxing.
But still, he was finished. I don't care. Malinachi was nothing. Was nothing at that time as well.
I think he beat Pereira as well.
Oh,
Pereira was like 72 years old.
Listen. Paulie's a proper racist, bro. Do you know about this?
I know.
Yeah, I know.
It's Italian blood in it, though.
Yeah, Paulie's a bit mad still.
Yeah, still.
But it's Italian. It's open, isn't it? But yeah, no, look. I don't rate Khan's career. I'm sorry. I was just waiting for the fight that would just end it, and I'm glad I finally got it. As you said, he never won. He never had a title fight at 147, did he?
No.
Nah.
That is mad. He never.
Garcia was.
Oh wait, no. Thing was a title fight. Crawford.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Crawford was a title fight. Garcia was at 140, wasn't it? When he fought.
No, it was at 140. Was it at 140?
Yeah, it was 140. He was right. Yeah. No, he's right. It was at 140. He's right.
At 140. Yeah, because Garcia went up after that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I'm not impressed by his career, man. I am not impressed. As I said, he hasn't evolved. He hasn't changed his boxing style. And I'm not even saying change your boxing style. I'm just saying have a game plan what you want to do. Do you want to knock people out? Do you want to win on points? Do you want to, get accumulated damage? Like, what is his game plan? His plan is just to keep on going, oh, two, go out. Two, go out. It's like, what is his game plan? I don't rate this guy's career at all. And you know what? I'm glad that's the end of him. I don't want to hear that guy's name again. Like for Brook, I don't want to hear his name for good reason. For Khan, I just don't want to hear this guy's name called ever again. I'm done with him. Like even the Pakistani community rejected him. Like I reject him.
Oh, wow. Jesus. Wow.
Listen. Queen Khan.
Hey, listen. By the way, let me tell you this, yeah. Like, I know people up north. Do you know what I mean? And trust me, they have not rejected, bruv. This guy is king in the north, bruv. Trust me.
He's not king no more because Kell took that crown, bruv.
You Iranians are the one that flipping took it in, man.
No, bruv. No. I've got nothing to do with it, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bruv. But no, for real though, up here, like he's a proper like he's he's legit up here.
They can keep him.
London lot then.
they can keep him up there because as far as we're concerned, we are happy that he is done. We don't have to put up with him again. Him chatting shit, calling out fights that he knows he's never gonna get. Like that smug look on his face, bruv, with that auto glass chin, bruv. Like I'm glad it's the only thing I'm not glad about, bruv. Listen, I took pleasure, earlier today in watching all of his knockouts, bruv. That compilation needs to be put together, because it is the best thing that I've ever seen. Like when I tell you, I don't even know the guy, but you know, with like obviously you've got people like sports stars that you just don't like in it. Like he is at the top with the John Terrys of this world as a friggin' prick.
Okay.
Listen,
you know what it is?
John Terry is next level,
Yeah, I know.
You know it is, like,
he's in that category with him and Joey Barton.
Khan hasn't shown me any other side to make me think, you know what, this guy is a wholesome brother. Like I love to like sit down and have a talk with him.
What are you joking, bro?
No, he hasn't shown me.
I don't agree with that.
He hasn't shown me. He hasn't shown me. Where
I
have you seen it?
involved. I don't
I
know.
don't agree with that.
It?
Truth. I don't agree with that, man.
Where have you seen it? Like,
because I can say I agree with it. I haven't seen it, but I've heard that he does give back to his community a lot.
Listen, with what you man said from the boxing point of view, all right, when we were talking about, you know, like how we're rating his career and shit, I'll fuck with you on that, bro. I'll fuck with you on that because I can understand why you see it that way. Do you know what I mean? But this whole wholesome shit as a person, bro, bro,
I
the
don't
dude
agree
legit.
I completely.
As I said, I don't know.
No, you man, trust me, bro.
I'm saying what I get from him.
You could go look it up, bro. Bro, this guy puts in mad work for charity. Mad work.
Bro, Mayweather puts in bare money for charity, but he's still a prick, though.
Yeah, but bro, but listen, he can
Mayweather pay for Guy's funeral. He's still a prick, though.
Bro, listen, he is a prick when he's fighting someone. That's his job. His job is to sell the fight for us. His job is to exactly make you hate him, bro. He's doing his job. Why are you hating him for doing his job?
Who, Mayweather or Khan?
Khan.
Both of them. That's their job, bruv. Their job is they are prize fighters, bruv. They're fighting for a prize.
Khan doesn't need people to hate him to sell his fight, though, because this guy was popular from the get-go. He had the whole of Britain behind him because he was a gold medalist, like.
But hold on. But bro, his goal was bigger than the UK. No one in America fucking knew him. Yeah, and what was his career? His career was always about being in America. He made that clear from day one, bro. As soon as he made himself out there, he stayed the fuck out there until the twilight of his career, where he came back and fought Phil LaGreco and like people like that, bro. Do you know what I mean? He was always bound for America, bro.
I don't think he needs to sell himself, though. I don't think he needs to sell himself at all. I think he sold himself just being the pride of Britain. The guy had the whole Asian community behind him. Like, for a black fight, it's totally different. Mayweather, no matter how good you are in America, you're always going to be hated. This guy had to be a prick. He had to be a prick.
Mayweather's a natural prick, though. He's just very talented.
Who?
Mayweather's just
no. Mayweather never cheated the game. You know what? And Khan could happily be a prick. I would have been fine with him being a prick, but don't cheat the game. Don't cheat the game.
I don't think Khan was a prick like that. If I'm being honest, like he does a lot outside. That's one thing I can give him in the ring. And maybe you talk about he likes the celebrity life a lot. He does a lot of because he owns a lot of shisha bars and all this stuff like that. But he does give a lot to charity and all that stuff like that. But I can safely say as a person, in terms of giving and helping his community, I have to give Khan his respect, man. He does a lot.
No, but
Yeah,
as
bro.
I said,
Way
what
more,
is
way
the
more than
difference?
fucking, bro. Way more than fucking Mayweather does.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree.
come
with
Way
that.
more than fucking
I
Mayweather.
agree with that.
I've
I agree with that.
I heard Mayweather does beer for charity, so it's not
And
like.
I'll also say this, yeah, and this is Mayweather when it comes to promoting as well, yeah. There is a reason why and stuff like that. Mayweather's promotional company is not doing very well. He actually doesn't really take care of his. I'm telling you, he doesn't really take care of his fighters. A lot of them leave.
He's not, bro. Like, he's not a good promoter, though. Let's be real.
Yeah,
Bro,
let's be real. His
bro, he's
company.
just using, bro. We all know boxing is a front for money laundering, bro. Come on, bro. Let's
yeah,
not,
of course.
you know what I mean? We know what Floyd is up to, bro. We're not.
Yeah, of course.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's
of course.
True.
Anyway, people, we need to move on. We need to move on
let's
because
move on. Sorry, man.
time is ticking.
Yeah.
Because we need to talk about Tooth's favorite subject. People, when I tell you Tooth, his mouth is watering. He's eating a Snickers bar right now. That's how hungry he is for this fight. Yeah. Other chocolate bars are available, but Tooth right now. When I tell you, Tooth this morning sent to the group chat that the contract had been signed. Right, we are getting a heavyweight title fight. Tooth's boys, right? Even more than the truth, right? His boys, even more than cooking with Rash. These two are his boys. You see, if he could invite two people around to his yard.
Oh man!
These are the two they would.
Oh,
these are the two you would invite, bro. We've got Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte for the heavyweight title. They haven't set a date though, have they? There's no date.
Not yet. No.
Yeah,
They
no
said
date being set.
Wembley, something. I can't remember what date.
It's in Wembley.
Wembley. So you know. So the
Hey,
truth
Tooth, within Wembley, I'm getting you front row tickets.
Listen,
so
I tell you,
guys.
It has been 7,565 years since Dillian Whyte has been mandatory for the titles, and he's finally getting his opportunity. Truth, I'm gonna come to you first, bro. How happy are you that your boy Dillian Whyte is finally getting his title shot?
Just like I said before, we've gone. It's been a long time coming, bro. This guy, you know, back in 2000, before Jesus Christ, this guy was waiting for his title shot. Been waiting. He's traveled how many years, traveled how many miles to reach this point right here, and finally he's got it. You know what? I wanted to know what all that rubbish was about. About he wants this in his contract, he wants that. He wants to come out first or come out second. Like, some man, like, what's all that nonsense about? You get your title shot after how many years? Just sign the thing.
You know what it is with Dillian? He's sort of like he's had such a bad rap with the WBC. Yeah. The WBC have messed him around so much that and Dillian's a very emotional but calculated character. He doesn't want he thinks that they're gonna fuck him over again. So he wants to get everything he wants. So he wants certain stipulations because the split is not in his favor and all this stuff
80-20.
80-20. And he's been an interim champion, but they don't treat him like an interim champion. He's been treated like a mandatory champion.
But let's be real though, in terms of the fight, let's be real. 80-20 for me is harsh because I don't think boxers should be screwed over like that. But yeah, let's be real. Fury's the one that people are going to see, and he's the one with the title. So
I agree.
80-20, while unfair, just sign the thing. If you win, you're the man. Yeah, that's the way I see it.
And I think there's a stipulation where they get an extra 10%. Whoever wins gets the extra, because it's they get 90. The fighters get 90% of the actual pot. Yeah. Because of the purse bid, but whoever is the winner gets the last 10% of the money. Yeah. So yes, Dillian Whyte is going to get a lot of money, but then obviously you need to pay for sanctioning fees. You need to pay for your camp, and because of what's happened and Dillian's current argument with the WBC, he wants to make sure he's not getting fucked over. So that's the reason why this fight was signed late. It's not the fact that Dillian Whyte is scared of Tyson Fury.
No, of course not. Of course not.
No. It's just the fact that the WBC have fucked him over so many times.
Yeah, because I think one of the stipulations is that there's not really going to be any build up to this fight. Like, there's not going to be like any press tour or anything like that.
Hey, Tooth. I heard you. There's no drug testing for this fight. I heard Vada doesn't want to get involved.
You know why?
Inform us, fam. Inform us.
Shall I tell you why, bruv? Because VADA, they don't have the supplies, to give Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte. You know them plastic cups that you have to piss in for a drug test? Because these two men will piss right through it, bruv. You know what I mean? I would just burn a hole through the cup, bruv. Just like evaporate, bruv. Do you know what I mean? That's why. So they were like, do you know what, bruv? They were like, just let these two men do what they do best, bro.
No. Don't keep this. If he puts this part out, he's going in jail. So
what's it? Dylan White's brother. He's the one looking for you, fam. He said, I forgot his name. I can't remember his brother's name. But
Lamar Scott.
Yeah, he's looking for you, fam. He called me up. I said, hey, you need to call to Putin to know where this guy lives.
Listen, that's a name that we can't really be mentioning right now, you know.
Yeah,
bro. Even I've laid off those jokes, bro. You know,
that's a guy we can't be mentioning right now, bro.
You can't really
real talk, yeah.
Bro, the next thing you know, this Zoom conversation is just
cut off.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
But hey, if he's listening though, bro, I got you. Shout out, bro. Shout out. You know who you are, bro.
Hey, I'm not involved.
I'm not involved.
All I know is that if worst comes to worst, bro, like we're gonna have to pick a side, innit?
Hey,
and I know which side I'm picking, bro.
Yep.
I'm Switzerland, fam. None of this.
Oh, you're even worse trouble.
Switzerland dies, bro. That's what happens to Switzerland. Yeah. Switzerland dies, bro.
I'm Switzerland, fam. I can't pick a side in this.
Switzerland, your chocolate's getting taken, bro. Like, come on, man.
Listen, but Tiff, on the serious, like we know that you don't like either of these fighters, bro. But the fight is gonna happen. It's been signed. There is nowhere else for them ready to go because obviously AJ wouldn't. They had, I think, it was something stupid like 25 million for AJ to step aside so that Fury could fight Usyk. It's not happening. AJ will fight Usyk at some point. Dillian Whyte's fighting Fury. Just quickly, your thoughts, bruv. What are you thinking for this fight? Like, really, what are you thinking? I know you dislike them, but in terms of the fight, is it something to look forward to in your eyes?
No, absolutely not. And that's why I'm glad. I'm so happy that someone said, like, there's going to be no press build up to this fight. Good. Thank God.
Nah, come on.
They're both entertaining. One thing, they're good talkers.
Bro, listen, man. Shall I tell you what? I think these two, Bro, you know in Japan, like dogfighting is still like semi-legal, bruv. Yeah. And the dogs in Japan, they're not allowed to bark. They're not allowed to make noise. It's just go in there, kill the other dog and leave. And you're not even allowed to make noise when you die. They've trained these dogs to a fucking T, bruv. And there's certain fighters I just wish fight. Yeah, bro. And this is one of those fights. I want them, that's the treatment I want them to get, bro. Like, you're not allowed to talk. You're not allowed to even like, even when you go back to your corner, you're not allowed to get instructions. It's just silence. Just complete. Like, no commentators.
Hey, no, listen. You got the number one fighter in the world versus arguably the number two fighter in the world. Hey, what are you guys laughing for?
You didn't even say that with a straight face, man. Come on.
Damn, bro.
I said arguably. I'm sure Dillian Whyte would argue that he's the second best fighter in the world.
Oh,
Okay, fine. Like, fine. The numbers.
He's the mandatory. Just say
yeah.
that. He's the mandatory fighter.
Like, at the end of the day, you got someone who's not gonna sit back on the back and box on the back foot. You know, he's gonna come forward. He's gonna be trying to rip that body. He's gonna be throwing that throwing that left. And I like it because, you know, it's a lot of, he's waiting for this opportunity, and he's got a chin. You know, he's got a chin, so he's not gonna go down straight away. Fury, we know, can get up from anything. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward. I wish they had more press conferences because they're both talkers. We know Fury's going to be saying his issue on Instagram and whatnot, so I can look forward to that. And did they say that was Whyte the one that floored him in training?
Apparently, yeah.
A few
in
times.
Sparring.
A
few times, but we know it's just sparring. You know,
sparring is different. We know sparring is different from that actual thing.
But that's still going to be an angle come, you know, the press conference and come the fight. So that's the angle that he's going to be taking. So now I wish I had more, but I'm looking forward to it.
ST, for you looking forward to it? You think it's a fight that can live up to expectation?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun fight. I'm actually kind of happy that Dillian has actually got his shot. I think it's kind of unfair that he hasn't. Whether you like him or not, he deserves this opportunity. And it's a different style matchup to what's been used before, you know. But I still think Tyson will win, but it's a fun fight. It's something that's interesting. I'm going to enjoy the build-up.
Nah, 100.
Because, you know, Dillian was going to be talking mess. Tyson Fury will be talking his nonsense. It'll be stupid.
No, it's going to be nuts. And obviously it's on, I think, Frank Warren has got the fight. So it's going to be on BT Sport. I don't know what crap they have on BT Sport. I don't know where
Top Rank, BT, and probably Top Rank as well.
I know what I'm talking about. It won't be behind the ropes. It'll be face off. I think they call it on BT Sport or something like that. That I can't wait to watch because that's just going to be funny, bruv.
Does anyone not think that Dillian Whyte could win?
No.
No.
Nah. Don't get me wrong. I think he's going to be awkward for Fury, but I think Fury's boxing IQ is just levels above. And this is the thing, like, this is why Tooth gets onto me. He gets a little bit confused. I'm not a Dillian Whyte fan. Like, I'm not a fan of him. But at the same time, I'm just like, he's worked hard. He's beaten who he needs to beat. He deserves the opportunity.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fan of his. I never have been. Like, he gets on my nerves. Right. But I'm a fan I respect the game. I'm going to be in his corner, fam. I'm coming out with him. I'm coming out with him. Just the way like Bud was in Khan's. Bud was looking at that fight saying, why am I here?
Yeah, that's what he was looking.
Terence Crawford was looking at it like to say, I'd bust both your asses at the same time, bruv. That's what Terence Crawford was looking at.
Why am I here? Why am I watching this B-level fight? Like, I beat both of these guys, and this guy convinced me to be in his corner. Now that's gonna be me. I'm coming.
You know what it is with Terence? Terence was just trying to get his UK profile up, man. That's what he was there for.
It's true.
You weren't there
true.
for. You weren't there
for. I'm coming. I'm rolling with Whyte. I think White's got this in the bag. White's got this in the bag. I'm going Whyte.
Okay, what music are you to go out with him? Yeah, what do you?
Bruv, some cartel, bruv.
Cartel, yeah.
Some guys.
White comes out with some dead music. White comes out with dead music.
Oh, he comes out with Jaws.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Body snatcher, innit? Body snatcher. People, we're gonna wrap up there. It's been a jam-packed show. Thoroughly enjoyed them. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Let us know what you thought about the fight between Khan and Brook. Let us know what you think. Should Khan retire? Should Brook retire? Or does Brook still have some fight left in him? Let us know what you think about Amir Khan's career. And let us know what you think about Kell Brook's career. Let us know what you think about the Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury fight as well. Let us know what you think. Should Foden's mum fight Khan? Who you got? What odds have you got on that? Because real talk, like with that auto glass chin right there, I think Foden's mum has a chance. I can't lie, bro, because because man said Foden's mum's the favorite. Listen, but people, let us know what you think in the comment section. And before we go, as usual, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up, smash that like button, share. As I say all the time, we are here, and don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. I want to say thank you very much to my guys, the man them, the truth, Tooth, and ST. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Oh man, what a show!
Yes, up, man.
People coming up for your chat, obviously. Tooth, I think we've got a couple more weeks till 272. No, is it next week? No, I think no, Monday, because it's next weekend. It's next weekend, so we got Fight Talk next week.
Cool.
We got Fight Talk next week.
Wait, in your 272. Oh, she can I mean?
Yeah. But people, and 40 Chat will be out this week as well. That's the last one. And as I said, if you didn't see NBA Talk, the mythical podcast, Two's favorite podcast, go and check that out. It's already out on the channel. But people, stay safe out there. It looks like, you know, the time is coming where you're going to need to pick a side right now.
Hey, if you're listening, bro, you know who you are, bro. Big yourself up, bro. Big up yourself, bro.
Hey.
People, stay safe out there, and we shall see you very, very soon. Peace.
Hey, you know what?